Good day, listeners. Welcome to Australians Abroad, your Expat Mortgage and Tax Guide, your guide to conquering Australian real estate from afar. Grab a cuppa as we explore financing, buying and owning property down under. Our no-nonsense advice will soon have you investing back home like a true blue Aussie. Whether you're a seasoned real estate investor or are completely new to Australian real estate as an expat living abroad, our candid discussions and expert advice will empower you with the knowledge and confidence to invest in property back home. By subscribing and listening to each episode, you'll gain invaluable insights from professionals that will prepare you to embark on your own successful journey into the Australian property market. We'll highlight financing options specifically designed for expats, walk you through eligibility criteria, explain required paperwork and documents, explore different home loan products, provide tips and tricks for buying, and answer frequently asked questions. With our guidance, you'll have all the tools you need to make smart investment decisions and achieve your real estate goals in Australia, even from afar. So subscribe now to join us on this journey to investing in Australian real estate smoothly and securely as an expat. Our expertise will give you the advantage to become a savvy property buyer down under. Today, we're going to talk about something that many Aussies living abroad often wonder about. Can you, as an Australian expat, buy a house back home? And if so, how? We know that many of you have that dream of owning a beachside property in Sydney or a cosy townhouse in Melbourne, and we want to help you make that dream a reality. So, let's dive right into it. The good news is, yes, as an Australian expat, you can absolutely buy a house back home. The process might seem daunting at first, but with proper planning and guidance, it can be achievable. One important thing to keep in mind is that as an expat, you might face certain restrictions when it comes to financing options, so it's essential to do your research and understand your options. One option available to you is getting a mortgage through an Australian lender or mortgage broker. Many banks and financial institutions will not lend to Aussies living overseas. The banks that do lend do so at varying terms and conditions, so make sure to understand and compare the options and find one that suits your needs. Another option to consider is researching reputable real estate agents or buyer's agents in your area of interest. Keeping a close eye on market trends can greatly assist you in finding the perfect property that fits your budget and preferences. Owning a property back home as an Aussie expat is definitely within reach. So, start exploring your options and take steps towards fulfilling your dream of having a home sweet home down under. Now, owning a home as an expat comes with its fair share of hurdles. Just think about the constant fluctuations in currency rates and how they can impact your budget. It's no secret that staying on top of these changes can be quite a daunting task, but fear not. We're here to help you navigate through it all. And let's not forget about those local regulations. Australia has its own set of rules and regulations when it comes to home ownership, and as an expat, you need to be aware of how they apply to you. Whether it's understanding the legal requirements or figuring out the best financing options available, we've got you covered. So, if you've ever dreamed of owning a piece of Australia, this is the episode for you. We'll be sharing expert advice and helpful tips to guide you along the way. Together, we'll turn that dream of home ownership into a reality, no matter where you are in the world. Alright, so you've checked off the eligibility criteria. What's next? Documentation. From proof of income to tax returns and even identification, we'll walk you through the essential paperwork to have on hand. But before we dive into the nitty-gritty of documentation, let me give you a valuable piece of advice. Always consult with a broker first. Trust me, they can be your best friend in this process. They've got the inside scoop on all the specific requirements you need to meet, and that can save you a ton of time and potential headaches. Now, let's talk about the important documents you'll need. Firstly, proof of income. This can include pay slips, bank statements, or employment contracts. This demonstrates to the lender that you have a regular source of income and can manage repayments. Secondly, tax returns. Yep, Those pesky forms we all love to complete. They provide a comprehensive overview of your financial situation, including any deductions or credits. Lenders will scrutinize these to get a clearer picture of your net income. Lastly, don't forget about identification. You'll need to provide valid government-issued ID, such as a passport. This helps verify your identity and protects against fraud. So, remember to consult your friendly broker and gather all your ducks in a row. Having the right documentation ready will make the loan application process a whole lot smoother. Time to get organised, folks. Let's now explore the exciting world of home loan options available for Aussie expats out there. We've got a range of choices to explore, and it's essential to understand what each option entails. Are you ready? First up, we have variable rate home loans. These loans offer flexibility as the interest rate can fluctuate based on market conditions. They might be ideal for those who want some uncertainty in their lives. These loans can give you some great savings if interest rates drop. Next, we have fixed rates. With these loans, the interest rate remains constant for a specific period, usually ranging from 1 to 5 years. This option provides stability and helps you plan finances without surprises. If you want lower monthly repayments initially, then interest-only home loans may suit. These loans allow you to pay just the interest for a period, which can assist cash flow. However, you'll need to start paying the principal eventually. Lastly, construction loans are also available should you be wanting to build your dream home. You can ensure every detail is just as you want it. Here, we have expert advice to help you make the best home loan decision for your situation as an Aussie expat. You know, buying a house is no small decision. But don't worry, we're here with tips to smooth the journey. Firstly, research the property market thoroughly. Get to know the ins and outs before you make your move. Also, understand the tax implications. Consult an advisor to avoid surprise taxes. Our sister company, Odin Tax, can help navigate Australian property taxes if you're an Aussie expat living outside Australia. Watch the exchange rate between your local currency and the Australian dollar closely. Fluctuations can impact your finances. And budget for hidden expenses like legal fees. Learn from my mistake of overlooking these. Follow these tips, stay prepared, and you'll be on your way to home ownership. We've received many questions from listeners seeking to buy property as expats. Let's tackle some common ones. First, how do Australian mortgage interest rates for expats compare to local buyers? Rates don't vary based on your situation. We can get you the same interest rate as if you were living in Australia. There's no margin applied for being based overseas unless we're going with specialist non-bank lenders. Another asks, do expats pay stamp duty when buying an Australian property? Yes, just like anyone else in Australia. Just like with the interest rates, there's no margin applied for being overseas unless there's a non-Australian citizen involved, then there may be surcharges. Consult local authorities to learn about their stamp duty policies and implications. One common question people ask is if expats can manage the buying process entirely remotely. The answer is yes, technology enables this if you're living overseas. There's no need to set foot in Australia to carry out the entire property buying journey. Odin Mortgage has especially designed our processes to cater for a seamless online experience. If you have any queries of your own, then feel free to visit www.odinmortgage.com to consult one of our expert mortgage brokers. We'll answer these and more so you can buy Australian property with confidence as an expat. That concludes our guide to buying Aussie property from abroad. With preparation and guidance, your home ownership dreams down under can happen. Reach out to Australian lenders if you want experienced experts to help secure financing. We hope this episode has you on your way to turning your dream into a reality. Thanks for joining us on today's episode of Australians Abroad, your Expat Mortgage and Tax Guide, where we explored how Australian expats can turn their dream of owning a piece of Australia into reality by understanding the loan process. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys at the next one.